What's up, guys? M. Jones back in the car again for another in-theater review. And this is a review of the latest installment of the Jurassic Park series, Jurassic World. I saw it, and I had a lot of, I guess, high expectations because I was really nervous about them rebooting something from almost 22 years ago from the original. And I was really kind of worried about what would probably come out of this movie, and I'm not going to spoil anything for you. This is a spoiler-free review. I'm not going to tell you any huge points that happened and ruin it for you, but I will tell you enough to want to go see it. I absolutely love the movie. I was extremely worried the whole time it was going to suck, or the CGI wasn't going to work, or I was so worried because I thought Jurassic Park 3 had horrible CGI, and I just really hated how that turned out, the third movie in the early 2000s. But this movie definitely did not do that. I'm going to say I still love Jurassic Park, the first one, the most. I'm going to say I like this more than Lost World. I thought it was the second best out of the four. You know, the newest T-Rex that the Jurassic World people have made is it's part T-Rex and part something else I don't want to ruin for you. And this T-Rex was just badass and just really smart, and it knew basically what to do to distract people and to get its way. And it all kind of starts with these two young boys that probably one's about 10, the other one's about 16, and they go to see their aunt, who's played by Bryce Dallas Howard, and she kind of runs the whole facility in Jurassic World and does all that kind of stuff, and she's kind of estranged to the family, and her sister's the mother of the two kids. And I don't think she pays a lot of attention to him. You can tell by how the oldest boy reacts when he sees her. And she basically kind of has a little bit of a small relationship with the character of Chris Pratt. And he kind of played a military guy that just really knew the ins and outs of survival and how to combat different types of resistances. Excuse me. And you know, I thought he was exceptional in the movie. And they must have had a date or something beforehand in the movie, and you know, I guess they never saw each other again, but they kind of had a sexual tension from the get-go. And he was really witty with her, and she was by the book Betty, and he was kind of, you know, a rebel yell kind of guy, and he tried to get her out of her shell. And anyway, what happens is they go to check on the T-Rex, the newest T-Rex that they made, and they couldn't find it anywhere. And that all just brought about all the problems with what happened with Jurassic World having just a huge, just like an Armageddon almost. Like the place just went in cahoots because a few of the dinosaur areas were basically set free, like the aviary of the pterodactyls. Again, I'm not going to tell you how that happened because I don't want to ruin it for you. But the whole place goes in shambles all because of this new T-Rex they basically made. And there's some crazy stuff that happens in the movie because of this T-Rex. And I must say, my favorite part of the movie, and this is not ruining anything, so it's not a spoiler, is Chris Pratt had a really cool relationship with the raptors. He had a relationship from basically the get-go of as soon as the raptors broke the shells from their eggs. And he basically trained these raptors from a faraway distance where he couldn't get eaten and killed because they were meat eaters and they were hungry all the time. He basically raised these 4 to 5, I think, raptors, gave them all different kind of military names like Delta and Alpha and Beta and all the kind of names that they kind of say, like Charlie, you know, all that kind of stuff, which I thought was cool. And they all kind of like nodded to their names, which was really crazy. And he had such a special relationship with the raptors in the movie, and I thought that was definitely the coolest part of the movie. Again, I could say so much more, but that would ruin it for you viewers that have not seen it. I don't want to do that, but I'm probably going to cut it off right now where I'm at because I don't want to ruin anything. I thought it was phenomenal. I loved the reverence to the first movie, and if you see what I'm talking about, if you see the movie, you'll see what I'm talking about. There was a nice little homage to the very first movie that came out 22 years ago, and you'll see that about halfway, 3/4 into the movie. I love that. That was awesome. I don't want to ruin it. So again, definitely see this movie. I give this movie a solid A. You know, an A+ is so hard to attain, so I give this definitely an A. I would definitely tell you to go see it. I will definitely buy it. I would not see it in 3D. That's just my opinion. I would rather see it in standard. But And another thing too, I will say, me and my fiance, we both said when we saw the movie that I'd say 90% of the movie I was on the edge of my seat and like very like anxious, uncomfortable, because I wasn't sure what was going to happen with any dinosaurs coming out of nowhere, and it was just intense. I really say that 90% of the movie I was in a very holy shit kind of state. So definitely see the movie, and again, I gave it an A. But until then, you take it easy, and bye.